So we're back again with yet again another episode of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. It's a little different beginning because I will just do the introduction with a face cam on. I have a hat on in lieu of just preparation for this dungeon. We're going to the Sandship as our next place to go as a temple. It's pretty cool. So in just for like the fitting mood of this temple, I have a hat on. I might keep it on for the duration of it, but we shall find out. But in the last episode, we did the pirate stronghold and did that little mini dungeon. Pretty cool. And yeah, just wanted to do that. Hey, the corniness is coming in. I have Joy-Con 1 ready and Joy-Con 2 ready, and we're ready to get into this. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, you may notice the increase of my hearts compared to the end of last episode because I took a good beating in the pirate stronghold. So, I just wanted to go ahead and point this out because I did record, or I did stop recording by accident early because I noticed that when I went to go ahead and save, Fi talks to you and points something out. Let's just go ahead and see what that is right now, shall we? I have information to report, Master. Please take a look. There's a 60% probability that these masts and these sails are from the ship that protects Nehru's flame. You can now set your dowsing ability to search for the ship that holds Nehru's flame. Yep, so with Fi's little spiel done about how she can guide us to the Sandship, yeah, our access point is made to us. We can now search for it via dowsing. So notice that I'm back on my file with depleted hearts. I'm going to go ahead and try to replenish that as much as possible. So yeah, use up a fairy and you'll get, I don't know, 11 hearts back, if you manage to lose that many hearts in the pirate stronghold. Cool enough though, let's go back to good old Skipper here. Skipper the dog. Aye aye, Captain. So my ship wasn't here either, Zert? Wheat? You found a clue. You know the place. Some kind of thing called dowsing, Verm. That's amazing, Fooweep. This time we'll definitely find my ship, Voowoot. Ready to set sail, Vweep? Sure. To sea we go. Anchors away, Zerm. How are we going to search this whole huge sea, Verm? I have no choice but to ask you to do it for me, Zert. So get cracking, Vweep. There is a high probability that the ship is currently hidden from our view, Fooweep. But if we attack it, then we might catch a glimpse of it, Zerb. Alright. Now, I'm no sailor, but I'm quite aware that we have bombs on hand. Alright, let's go ahead and just set our dowsing ability here to our good old skipper's ship. Okay, good old ship. And we can actually go faster while in first person, so that's pretty cool to use. So I'm going to go ahead and go in the lemon, say we have to go past these rocks to find any, major shard of this ship. We do run out of stamina on this little boat of ours, sadly, but you know what? It's fine because, I'm pretty much used to it at this point. And yeah, let's go ahead and just run this way, all the way. And this circle should, get bigger. Come on. All the way. Yep. It really boggles me how, far away this ship can be. This is a really massive ocean, not nearly as big as the Wind Waker, but still, it's one of those places in the Skyward Sword that you just kind of have to get accustomed to. My stumbling words will continue on for eternity on this channel, I can guarantee you that. Anyway, it's getting bigger here, so let's go ahead and bust out a bomb and attack. Did you see it, Fooweep? That's my ship, Verm. We must pursue, Zort, and keep pounding it with the cannon, Zort. And we get vibrated. Alright, you know the drill. Keep going. And where did it go this time? Alright, this way. This way. And the circle should get bigger pretty much a lot easier this time since we don't have to go as far. Right here. Here. Double hit, double hit. Can we? Oh man, that was. I had a lot of trouble with this in the first go, but you know what? I'll take this. I will take that. Folks, welcome to the Sandship. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie, this dungeon is quite confusing. It's more confusing than Linear Mining Facility, in my honest opinion, because of the amount of backtracking you have to do in this place. So, it's tough. But it's not bad because it's tough. It's a good dungeon, but regardless of how tough it is, it's still one of those things you have to deal with in this game. So, let's go ahead and replenish some hearts right here. What I do love about this dungeon is that it does provide a good amount of seats to go ahead and just sit down on and, you know, replenish your health. So, coolio. Now, on the chart, I have written down that we have to go into a downstairs, you know, stairwell. Cool enough. And blow out some sand piles. And we have to go and find ourselves a set of double doors eventually to go ahead and get main access to where we need to go. Mainly according to where we are in the dungeon. But for right now, let's go ahead and bust out the harp. And we can notice that these little butterflies, yeah, musically, the app that does not exist anymore. Okay. And we can just go ahead and lift our sword skyward. And get some fundage. I need fundage. Fundage is vital. Draw, draw. Hopefully that works. Hey, monies. Not a whole lot, but I'll take it anyway. Alright, with that, we have headed downstairs. We need to take the corridor to the right. To the right? Because down here is just a pile of sand, and no other doors to go into. Okay? We can money. 20 rupees. Not gonna complain there. Uh-huh. Alright. Heading down this way, because it is the only option left. Right? Alright. So, with this, we have some keys that's gonna be in our way. Good old keys. Alright. Out of the way they go. And open the double doors. Alright, there's going to be a sand frog here that we can go ahead and annihilate in our vicinity. Bam. He dead. And he dead be gone. And he's lifted out a heart out of his soul because we killed him. More fundage, more health, and more good. Anyway, we'll not say those two words again, but can I get the heart? Even though I don't even need it. You need it. I don't even need that heart, but I got it anyway. I'm ran out of stamina, but it's good. This way, shall we? Get rid of those barrels and head down this way and into the single door, which is exactly what I was looking for. Coolio. Alright, we can just ignore these Arakas. Pretty nifty. And head into this big room. Master, please look. This large door here is sealed shut. This door must lead to an important room in the ship. You don't say. It does look like an ominous boss door. Anyway, with that said, let's go ahead and just blow these sand things out to the way and get some more ruppies. Because we're in India. Anyway, in this big set of doors, we have the next area. Now, I will point out that in the first good, few dungeons that I'll even mention, there will be a lock puzzle. Yeah, we had one in the Ancient Cistern, and there's one here. Pretty coolio. Alright. Now, this one I actually do want to explain how to solve, alright? Because it actually is not as diverse as the Ancient Cistern, but it is what it is. If you go ahead and just read these big old pirate wheels here, I will uncover all of them and then explain, because this, this Arachno will be in the way, and killing him. Alright, let's go ahead and just blow the sand out of the way. All of the way. All the way. Yarg har har. Who dared dig up the Dutchman's treasure? I swear, that would be a funny, like, Skyward Sword meme if the Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob just happened to, make his way, like, out of the sand saying, "Who digs up my treasure?" Anyway, with that wheel unveiled, let's go ahead and unveil this one too. Alright, cool. We've done them all. 4 of them. Cool. Now, look at the amount of orange notches on the outside of these wheels. Let's go ahead and actually just uncover that part. There we go. Alright, this is going to be the first hit, which would be down. And then we want to go ahead and look for the one with 2 notches, which would be up. And then 3 notches would be down. And then 4 notches would be right. Okay? Everybody making belief with me? Good deal. Alright, let's go ahead and try out that combination here and find out what is beyond this part of the room. So down, up, down, right. And just a chest. Nothing big, but, as diverse as the Sandship can be, and these parts, I'm alright with it. And we got ourselves a small key. It will open a locked door. We can only use it in this area. Good enough. Alright. Cool enough. Now, I actually will not make a jump cut. I will just stay here and provide the corny commentary and the dorkiness of my existence all the way until we get to the locked door. Pretty cool. Let's get these keys out of the way. And we have some more rupees. Pretty cool. Pretty coolio. And we just have to sprint this way, ignoring these Arakas. All we have to do is just keep on going. Voila. And all the way up we go. That whole way we just went for almost nothing but a key. Pretty cool. But I swear nothing more is in those barrels except health. It's funny, but sprint across this little pool of sand here. All right, in these double door. What's in these? I wonder. All right, absolutely nothing at all. All right, one more swipe of hope in these barrels, and if there's nothing in there, health. Why? Could have at least given me bombs, rupees, anything else besides health. Watch, I'm gonna need it in like 5 minutes. Alright, leaving that door, we can head up this little stairway. Araka. Araka, why? Just why? Anyway, up these stairs. And we can see that off to our very right is the locked door. What lies within? Ugh. Let's see. It's a pretty ominous outside barricade. Alright, let's find out what this guy's name is. What's up, man? Target lock, LD-002S Skirvo. This mutinous robot stole the ship from Skipper long ago. He still commands the ship today. When fighting a narrow space like this, it is more effective to thrust attacks with your sword than to try to swing your sword widely. good enough. So I'm gonna point out right now, you want to make sure that you get non-damaging shield dashes to your shield, because if you get your shield broken, you have no protection at all, but besides just protecting yourself with your sword attacks. Your shield will be gone. Trust me. Alright? This guy is pretty difficult, and hopefully I can just keep this going without getting a broken shield. I'm kind of nervous going into this. Oh, okay. Retreat, retreat, retreat. Alright, we're getting some jabs. Looking good. Sorry I'm not talking much in this specific part. Ooh! Ouch, ouch, ouch. Shield not looking good. Not looking good. Shield and not looking good. Okay. You don't want to get too many hits on those like that, because you'll get damage and you'll lose your shield. I'm worrying a lot about that. I'm sorry. Ouch. Okay, keep going. Keep going. Going. You know, Fi did mention doing vertical attacks is, you know, better off. And if he does that attack, he will get dizzy, so you don't really have to use a shield bash there, but cool enough. What's up, man? You have nothing but a hook left. And if he does that, he will get kind of dizzy, I think. Oops, okay. Just kind of keep that going. Ouch, not looking good. Let's keep going. Alright, kind of dizzy him out. Alright, awesome. We defeated him without a broken shield. I was really nervous about that. But we did it. Master, that synthetic life form. There is a 99% chance that it was the pirate described by the captain. I can't help but admire the Fi, the amount of sympathy that you have for Skipper is immense. But it is displayed in staying alive and functional all these years. You know, the fact that she would ever display sympathy for Skipper, even like, you know, pirates like Scrapper, who has a fuming crush on her, the fact that she can just see past that is brilliant. Open up this chest and find out what's within. You got the bow. You can hit targets at a very long range. Arrows also do a lot of more damage than Deku Seeds. You don't say. Oh, but I missed having empty item slots. Master, a report about the bow you have just obtained. Your bow's elasticity can propel arrows through the air with great force, allowing you to strike your targets from afar. To confirm the controls associated with your bow, raise your bow by pressing ZR, then press right. You can also shoot arrows to strike certain devices in order to activate them. I have confirmed that such a device exists on the deck. However, it will be difficult to target it from here, so I recommend you return to the deck. Alright, we have the amazing bow. I feel powerful and strong and mighty and amused. Okay, not gonna lie, I'm going to go outside and get the Skyloft because I want to mention one thing. and get one more collectible before actually, ending off this episode, and make one little announcement. So, give me a second, and I'll be right back. So hey, upgrades are pretty fun, right? Wrong. Wrong beyond so many levels. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get on to land at Skyloft and list off the things that I need to upgrade the bow all the way, but I will make also an additional announcement that I kind of been, not looking forward to make, but I will anyway, because I have to. It's existent right now, so give me a second. Okay, so to upgrade the bow all the way, we need 8 tumbleweeds, 3 lizard tails, 2 Elden ore, 5 amber relics, 6 dusk relics, 3 monster claws, 5 monster horns, 3 evil crystals, 1 golden skull, and 2 goddess plumes. Now I'll pull up the inventory right now. We can see something wrong. Yeah, I am but missing 1 dusk relic, which means I'm probably going to only be able to upgrade the bow only 1 time. So, sorry to mention that, but I will go ahead and go inside the bazaar and do it at 1 time because I can afford to do it, assuming that Gondo will, let me do it. Hey, man. Hey, Scrapper's doing just fine. I have an upgrade to make because I feel like it. And you're probably going to tell me that I can't do it all the way because I'm missing a single dusk relic. Alright. The bow. I'm sure I can do it at 1 time. Well, we can go to the iron bow at least for only 50 rupees. Not bad. Let's go ahead and do that. There's no going back, I understand. You just wait right there. Fine, I'll wait for your pity. All done. Here you go. We have the iron bow, crafted for the expert bowman. This bow has enhanced attack power and can launch arrows even farther. If you've gotten anything else you want to remember to tinker around, I get it, Gondo. Enough. Oh, thanks. Come again soon, you hear? Fine. Fine. Cool enough, though. I will open up this goddess chest later. Not right now, but later. Just, to stay on track on my list. Anyway. Also on my chart, I have one little thing to go ahead and buy at this part. Yeah. A quiver is available as soon as you get the bow. Pretty cool. It's a small quiver. With this in your pouch, you can carry 5 more extra arrows. 150 rupees, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. Since we have the money, it pains me to tell you for item check, you're gonna go to the item check and do the thing. Fine. Hey, my love. Hello, darling. I'll store anything you want me to do here. I appreciate you, Patrice. I'm not in a hurry to go. I love you, Patrice, but right now, you know what? I can put away the braced shield, because I'm sure there's one spot in here. Why am I getting the braced shield out of the item check? I should be putting something here. You know what? Fine. 1 little empty bottle. Or, I'll put this bomb bag here. Why not? Right? I have all these open spaces in the item check. I mean, look at this. It's almost unlimited. A whole 5 pages of shit to store things in. Anyway, finish. I just want my quiver, and then I'll be on my way. Alright. We will be off to getting this quiver. Off to get the quiver. The wonderful Quiver of Oz. Alright. Quiver of Oz. I meant to say that, but hey, pick that up for 150 rupees. Yeah, the customer's always right, man. Thanks, Rupin, for boosting my confidence. Alright. I'm 1 dusk relic short, but I will make one announcement about that. Where do we know that we can collect dusk relics besides buying them from other places? Yep, that is only Silent Realms. However, there is but a part where you can complete the 3 big main dungeons after, of course, the Sandship and the dungeon afterwards, and get one more step to completing the Triforce if you manage to get this far in the game, which unlocks a special merchant known as the Moonlight Merchant over in the Waterfall Cave at night at Skyloft, okay? You'll need your harp to go ahead and play a song to activate him, and he actually does sell dusk relics for 100 rupees each, okay? Pretty awesome. Now, I will mention now that I will be off to collect, not a gratitude crystal because you can only collect those at night, but there will be a goddess chest, so-called, right up top of this waterfall cave. I know that I'm dawdling away from the sand ship, but, you know, if you really want to be productive, this is what you have to do. Yeah, there's going to be a goddess chest right up here by the waterfall. Pretty coolio. You just gotta bust out these claw shots here, and go all the way up. And climb. Yeah, my chart was correct. It's all the way across here, next to this good old gossip stone. And crack this open. And this will be the 16th heart piece. Collect this over at Skyloft on the waterfall. And here you go. It will increase by 1. Awesome. Cooladilio. Alright. Let's get down from the waterfall. So, I also just realized that you can also, if you want, upgrade this little mini quiver here. It can hold 10 extra arrows. Pretty cool. Awesome. We have extra ammunition. 50 rupees. Why not? Let's just go ahead and do it. I really would prefer to upgrade the bow all the way, but you know what? This is an extra step, so it kind of saves me from having to wallow in pity because of I lacked 1 extra dusk relic. But you know what? It's fine. Upgrade that, and you'll be okay. Thanks, Gondo, for realizing how much of a pity I am. All right. Back to the sand ship, and we should end things off there. Alright, so if you go ahead and land over at the Ancient Harbor, Skipper will be right here, and he will just give you the option to go straight to the sand ship, which is coolio. And, yeah, pretty easy enough to make your way back to the dungeon that way. Awesome. Alright. We have made our way here. I'm going to go ahead and just go in this room because it's a better room to kind of end it off in. It gives a good, a good lighting to it, with some extra shade like this. Alright, this is the introduction to the sand ship. It will be a pretty diverse dungeon, but I'm looking forward to it. So, I will end things off right here. In the next episode, we're going to continue this dungeon and maybe finish it. I don't know, but we've done all the running around as for this episode and got that out of the way. So, with that, stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, or anything else, and peace out, everyone.